Hello and welcome to a new video about eNet Smart Home. In today's video, I'd like to show you how we can update the heart of the eNet Smart Home system, the eNet server. In the browser window, I've already entered the website of the My eNet portal, namely my.enet-smarthome.com/en. Depending on the localization, we are then guided to the right language version of the site. Here we now see the Start screen, and we also see that we've got all services available here free of charge. We now scroll down a ways and, using the corresponding email address and password of the My eNet account that we specified in the course of setting up remote access, we can register and then manage the account here accordingly. Here we see our profile and also the connected server. In order to carry out an update remotely, one only needs to click the button to Start Up Interface. Once again, for your information, you can also see several servers here which can be connected via remote access. But it is also possible to deactivate remote access for a specific server at this point. We proceed with the button to Start Up Interface and continue on to the corresponding interface of the local eNet server. The Log On window now opens, and in normal cases we can log on to the eNet server accordingly using the admin username and admin password. We now have the option to start commissioning, make configuration changes, create users or change the language. And finally, jump to the system settings. We always carry out an eNet server update by going to the system settings. Now we've got a brief loading screen and immediately see the general system settings, and again prior to this we get a brief notification which we can also deactivate. Now on the screen we see the currently installed eNet server software, the hardware type, that would be 1 or 2, and the server's own individual serial address. That's an identification number under which it is possible to find the server in a support situation, so that's something really important. We will now move on to the preferred update procedure. Where we want to end up is already selected, Automatic Download. Let me show you how to do this right now. We open the drop-down menu displayed here and we see that we've got 3 different options for selecting an update procedure. These are Manual Download, Automatic Search, and Automatic Download, which is the one selected right now. The main difference between the various update procedures is this. In the case of Manual Download, we upload a file from our saved files to the server we are using. In the case of Automatic Search, we are automatically offered the update, but it isn't downloaded yet. In the case of Automatic Download, this is the most convenient for us since the update, if available, is directly downloaded to the eNet server. We only need to press something 2 or 3 times via the displayed settings in order to install the corresponding update file. For intervention via the My eNet portal, this is also the preferred update procedure. That's why I'm selecting it here again so that you can see how it's done, and then I press Apply once. The settings were successfully adopted. Confirm this with OK. For this test case, the eNet server is already updated to the current version. Let's return to the manual download. Normally, after 24 to 48 hours, the update would now be displayed, and one could thus begin via the Start button. It's not possible in this case here, so for test purposes, I'll select the file from the local file path, open it, and upload it accordingly. Clicking the Start button causes the update file to be transmitted, and the prerequisites for the update are checked. It is verified whether the right version is available. This is the case. We then get this information window. We are shown what the update contains, how long installation will take, and what we need to watch out for. One important note at this point: please do not disconnect the eNet server from the power supply during the procedure. The update is completed when the power LED remains on like it does before starting and no longer flashes. Another indication that the update is complete is that the browser tab refreshes at this point and the logon page is displayed. If you are unsure and have created a complex project, we advise that you back up your project file at regular intervals. Then you will always be on the safe side if something unforeseeable should happen. In order to take the next step and start the update, we press the Start button. The procedure now starts, and we may have to wait about 2 to 5 minutes for the update file to be completely installed and the browser tab refreshed. Depending on the server hardware and file size, the duration of the update may deviate from the estimated time specified. In general, though, it shouldn't take more than 5 minutes. The update has been successfully completed. As you see, it works without any grade limitations via the My eNet portal. The loading times are of course slightly longer compared to local access. That's why it takes a moment for the browser page to finish loading. We can now log onto the server again with the admin username and admin password. Logging on works. We return to the system settings to check things and wait a moment for the loading screen to finish running. This only takes a few seconds, and you see the information window opens for users in the system. At this point, we can press OK again, since we are already familiar with this notification. The eNet server update has been successfully executed, and now the procedure is finished, which means that we can proceed with Close and only need to press the Log Off button. We are all done. Last of all, you only need to close the browser tab and can, of course, alternatively switch back to the administration page of the My eNet account by entering my.enet-smarthome.com. We are still logged on, so proceed with the Log Off button, and that's all there is to it. We're thus finished updating the eNet server to the new version via the My eNet portal. The steps for updating from the local network are the same. Only logging on to the eNet server is a little different, since we don't start via the My eNet portal and don't have to use the My eNet account. If you need further information and instructions, you'll find this in our support section on our website. And if you should have any trouble during the update, you'll also find contact information there to a service partner via the Service Partner search function, as well as the contact details and hotlines of our manufacturers, Gira and Jung.